Wolfenstein 3D, well, you guys already know what Wolfenstein 3D is. I mean, I did the DOS review. If you don't know, it's a first-person shooter. It came out in like 1992 on the PC, and later it was released for the 3DO, the Jaguar, and the Super Nintendo. Three consoles that it was ported to. I have to say the Jaguar version is the best. It's probably the best version of Wolfenstein out there. It's got all the gore and blood of the PC version. It's got the updated higher detail sprites, higher resolution sprites from the Mac version. It's got some extra weapons they added, flamethrower, and it's on the cartridge, so there's no loading times or anything like that. The Jaguar version, they did a really good job. I, of course, have it here. I'm going to remind you, this is not emulated. I'm going to be recording off the actual Jaguar, so here we go. So here's the Jag booting up. Its little BIOS thing, it does a little bit of a different animation every time you turn it on. It's got like I'm not sure how many, it's got like 3 or 4 different animations, which is kind of neat. So anyway, you can see 1994. That's when this game was released for the Jaguar. Pretty good looking title screen there, although I've already talked about that picture in general before. Anyways, here's the menu. I'm just going to pick a new game on the normal difficulty. Not really going to change anything. This storyline screen here is very similar to the Super Nintendo version. You see this kind of same thing in the Super Nintendo version. And here we go. Very smooth, very fast, very smooth. It's full screen. None of this, half screen stuff that you see on the console versions of these games sometimes. The graphics are much sharper, the details much sharper, the sprites are much sharper, and compared to the original PC version, and well, obviously the Super Nintendo version, but we shouldn't compare that. I'll give an example here. I took a screenshot from the DOS version of the same area and put them side by side, and you can see a huge difference between the Jaguar version and the original PC version. The graphics are just massively vamped up. Even the machine gun here, it looks a lot better, a lot different than the one in the PC version that we remember. And of course your health and your ammo is just kind of overlaid the game screen, so it's not like its own little portion of the screen at the bottom like it was on the PC version, which once again gives you a bit bigger of a view of the actual game playing screen. Yeah, the graphics are very high resolution, very sharp, very fast, very smooth. Obviously all the sprites and stuff are better. The sound effects and music are really good. Controls definitely take some getting used to. Open and strafe are the same button, and then shoot. You have to press the option button to cycle through your weapons, which is kind of disappointing because the Jaguar's got all those number buttons, and you would think the number buttons would be your weapons, but on this one you actually have to cycle through your weapons with the option button. The number buttons 1 through 3 are your save slots, so you can save, at any time. You just press the 1 through 3 on the number pad, and the number 5 brings up the map. There's the mission complete screen, somewhat similar to the PC version, except for the background, I guess. You can see how good I am there with my 0 treasures. I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, you guys already know Wolfenstein. I figured I'd start off with this one, as it's not the best looking Jaguar game that I'm going to be doing out of the... I'm going to kind of do the first 3 first-person shooters that I have, and I figured we'll start with this one. I mean, obviously it's Wolfenstein3D, it's one of the first, first-person shooter games, so, I mean, graphically, it looks dated, in that it's plain, no floor textures, no roof textures. Although this version looks much, much better than the original PC version, the resolution's sharper and all the textures and sprites and stuff are much sharper, as I've shown. It's still Wolfenstein 3D, and so I figured I'd start with this one. It kind of just made sense. There we go, another level down the hole. Here's a boss level. Now, doesn't the chain gun just look beautiful in high detail? I mean, look at this compared to the PC version. That guy wasn't so tough. Anyways, listen to the music. So there you have it. There's Wolfenstein 3D on the Jaguar. As you just heard, the music's great, the sound effects are great, and the graphics are improved, along with the couple other little extras that I mentioned. It's a great port. I mean, it's not hard to improve on the original. The original gets props just for being the original. But as far as all the ports go, this one's up there at the top, and this is definitely worth checking out.